What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720, and I am back with another video. First, before I start today's video, I'd like to say thank you guys for all the support you guys have been giving me, all the new influx of subscribers that I've got. I appreciate it. My channel has hit over 3 million views. I appreciate it. I really do from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to all you guys. Let's get into today's video. Hold on one second. So, one second. Got something that I picked up from my grandmother's house that I had there. One of my older consoles, Nintendo consoles. You guys see the title of the video here. All right, so let's just jump straight into it. All right. And like I said, I'm gonna be doing, like I said, not all of my videos, but a nice little portion of my videos like this, because I get to interact with you guys live while I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Maybe you guys might have something to add to the video. Maybe I may be wrong saying something. You know what I mean? Not saying I'm perfect, but I like to engage, interact with you guys. To me, it's a lot of fun. It's like me doing a podcast, but not doing a podcast. It's a lot of fun to me. But it says here, this is huge. This is a big blow to Nintendo. It says here, UK retailer confirms it's ditching support for the Wii U and Wii U games, sort of. So last week, a rumor emerged that a UK retailer, Asada, which ASDA, I call it, pronouncing Asada, part of the Walmart group, I mean, Walmart owns it, which is really huge, will be dropping Nintendo's consoles from its shelves, and the games will be going along with them. Well, it turns out sort of true. Basically, they're saying, well, we contacted with Asada in attempt to clear up this rumor once and for all. In a statement, the games cabinet Asada confirmed that it will be dropping all support. I repeat, the games cabinet Asada confirmed that it will be dropping all support for the Nintendo Wii U console. Though no specific reason was given, we know the reason. However, there's where sort of comes so complete. What is they're going to be dropping? Not going to be selling Nintendo's hardware anymore, as far as the Wii U. But when a big game comes out like Mario or Zelda or something, they still will stock that game. But anything like Devil's Third or any third-party games, to save a Madden or anything like that, would come out for the Wii U, they won't be stocking it. Only big blockbuster major titles would they support from Nintendo as far as the Wii U. And I don't, like I said, this is the equivalent of their Walmart. And like I said, again, this is huge. They won't be supporting the console. They've been selling that bad. Here it is. E3 is right around the corner. Nintendo still has yet to sell 10 million consoles. This console came out in 2012. I just want to put that into perspective. This console came out in 2012 and has yet to sell 10 million units. Now, how you said Iwata was banking on Splatoon to turn it around for the Wii U. It only needs one big game, and to turn it around, for the Wii U and make the console, I guess, fly off the shelf. But it needs more than one game. Even myself, even though I can't afford it, I'm not paying $300 just to play one game. I would like to play Bayonetta 2. You know what I mean? I'm not spending $300 just to play Bayonetta. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I won't do it. You know what I mean? But let's just talk about Nintendo for a moment, because I get a lot of shit, and let me explain this to you guys. Like I said, I've never been a Nintendo hater. I've owned every Nintendo console, even down to the Virtual Boy. I owned every Nintendo console. But the Nintendo that's now is a former shell of themselves. I hate when you guys, when I say, when I complain about them not having no third-party support, and you guys swear, well, yes, you're stupid, because no one buys a Nintendo console for third-party support. This one I have to bring out the old gaming knowledge of you guys. I remember the NES had all the third-party support. I remember games like this, Ninja Gaiden, was exclusive to the NES. Not this exact game, but Ninja Gaiden, was exclusive to the NES. Some of Nintendo's greatest games, like I said, they did not make. You know, how you went from having all the third-party support. That was hurting Sega at the beginning, the Sega Master System, because Nintendo had shit on lock with third parties. You had games like Rain King, Karate Kid, Contra, Russian Attack. Give me some more. Come on. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Uh, the list goes on and on and on. Ghosts and Goblins. Um, like I said, the list goes. Double Dragon. The list goes on and on. Like, how do you go from having all of that and all that third-party support to where you are now? And the reason why, like I said, I bought the Wii U was because I felt, not saying for the hype, but they said no longer will Nintendo be left behind. So I'm thinking, hey, they're about to get with the times. And like I said, a lot of you guys show your, how should I say, your lack of not knowing. Well, Nintendo's never been known for their hardware. Since when? The Super Nintendo was a power horse. Even the Nintendo 64 was more powerful than the PS1. It was just the fact that Nintendo stayed with cartridges and the PlayStation went with CD-ROMs. It was able to do those fancy cutscenes and stuff. You couldn't do that with cartridges. And plus, it was cheaper for developers just to put the game on disc. Cartridges cost a lot of money manufactured. I remember back in the day, me paying $70 for some cartridges. Literally. Mike Tyson's Punch Out. My grandmother paid $70 for that shit for me. You know what I mean? One store downtown North was charging $100 for what the fuck was that Nintendo 64 game? The Star Wars Rogue Squadron or something. That shit was like the Empire Strike. One of those games, launch games that came out for the N64 right around launch. They was charging like $100 for that shit for a cartridge back in 96, 97. You know what I mean? But it's been a big disconnect for the Wii U. Nintendo, to me, like they was looking to go out for another gimmick, like they was looking to catch lightning in the bottle twice. You know what I mean? The Wii was a hit. You know what I mean? It was something that's never been done before. You had quote unquote fake, because I won't say they were real motion control, because you didn't really have to move your body. You just move the controller, and it picked up. You know what I mean? But the Wii has been in last place since the Kinect and the PlayStation Move came out. That's a fact. That's not even an opinion. Shit, right now to the day, the 360 has outsold the Wii in the UK, and the 360 is still selling pretty well to be over a 10-year-old system. Is still selling. You know what I mean? Anyway, back to what I'm saying. So when you guys say stuff like that, Nintendo never had third-party support. That's when I have to correct you and say, no, you're wrong. Now, have Nintendo always had the best relationship with third-party? No, they always been very smug, very, very arrogant. Like, hey, like we're the only show in town, either get with it or kick rocks. That's always been their approach. Even before Grand Theft Auto became as big as it was, because you had the first two Grand Theft Autos that were on the PlayStation 1, you know what I mean? And it was a drop down over the camera, little arcadey, indie type looking game. It wasn't like it. Then you had PlayStation 3 came out. I'm sorry, the PlayStation 2 came out. Then you had Grand Theft Auto 3, and it was more like, you kill people, really kill people, kill the hookers and all that type of stuff right there. And I remember with the public outcry, Nintendo took to the stage and said they wouldn't allow games like that on their platform, on their wholesome platform. And that statement right there has haunted them ever since. Because right now, they give their right arm and two toes and an eyelash to have a Grand Theft Auto on their platform. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest, But I have to say this, okay? Nintendo didn't put out the Wii U to compete with the PS4 and the Xbox One. Now, let me clear what I'm saying now. Note to self, or note to you guys, that you don't have to be the most powerful console to win a generation. The PlayStation 2 proved that over and over again. But here's the difference between the PlayStation 2 and the Wii U. You didn't have a whole plethora of games, or you didn't have whole games skipping the PlayStation 2 because it wasn't wasn't powerful enough to run these multiplats. It was only maybe one or two games that I can recall that couldn't be done on the Wii on the PlayStation 2, and that was one of the Rainbow Sixes that came out couldn't be done on the PlayStation. It was another game. Other than that, the PlayStation 2 was able to run everything, and that's not the case with the Wii U. They put out a console, a quote unquote, a next generation console with a 8 gig flash. And let's put that in perspective. My OG Xbox came out in 2001 with the 8 gig hard drive. But Nintendo put out a next generation console, quote unquote, with 8 gigs of flash. Let's think about that. So I know Nintendo didn't put out the Wii U to compete with the PS4 and the Xbox One. They put it out to compete with the 360 and the PS3 because never in the history of gaming have consoles have been so successful. There was really no real big losers last generation. Both, the PS3 and the 360 sold upwards of 90 million. The Wii is at probably 110, 120 million. There were no losers last generation, you know what I mean? So Nintendo put out the Wii U to compete with the 360 and the PS3. I mean, even though, like I said, we're not in the industry. My allergies are killing me. Sorry about that. Even though we're not in the industry, Nintendo knew what their rivals were doing. Like, come on. Like, you knew that your rivals were going to have 8 gigs of RAM. You know what I mean? 8 gigs. Like, you know what I mean? They put out a tri-core. They put out a next generation console, quote unquote, that can't run any next generation engines. And the biggest problem, the biggest disconnect with the Wii U was that people were waiting for a new console for 7 to 8 years. And when the Wii U dropped, the games didn't look no better than what we've been playing for the last 7 to 8 years visually. You know what I mean? I'm not saying the Wii U is not more powerful than the PS3 and the 360. I'm not saying that stats on paper mean nothing. I'm talking about when it comes down to real world performance. You know what I mean? Real world performance, and the games didn't look no better than we've been playing for the last 7 to 8 years. That was a problem out of the gate. You know what I mean? But just think about that. The Wii U came out in 2012, November, and it still has yet to sell 10 million units. That's an ouch. They said, though, how you go from having the highest selling console of all time, or whatever the case, and then come out with the lowest selling console of all time? Listen, the Dreamcast has outsold the Wii U. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't be surprised. It's not the first time stores have stopped stocking the show of the Wii U. Sam's Clubs have started doing it. They had these big fire sales because they need the shelf space. They were selling Wii U's for $100, 8 gig model. But where does Nintendo go from here? Now we have a talk about this on the show. Actually, when we do talk, it's one of my best shows. Like, we all disagree. Now, I do believe that Nintendo's next generation console, the Nintendo NX, will indeed be more powerful than the PS4 and the Xbox One. Has no choices, no hardware, and crap gaming them don't believe me. Just think about it like this: the PS4 and the Xbox One came out in 2013, but they knew what was going inside that box 2011, 2012. You know what I mean? Here it is. Nintendo's next generation consoles, not the earliest this is coming out is 2016. You know what I mean? So you have 2016, 2012. That's 4 years. So, you know what I mean? I expect 4K to be, standard with Nintendo's new console. Native, you know what I mean? Native, and they was, like I said, it is rumored to be x86. So it's not going to be as hard to port games over from, PC or whatever the case may be. I expect it to be more powerful than the PS4 and the Xbox One. Trust and believe, baby. If Nintendo new console comes out in 2016 and is able to do 4K native, expect to see the PS5 and the Xbox whatever on the market or as early as if Nintendo's new console comes out in 2016, expect to see the new Xbox and new PS4 by the latest, I think, I'm sorry, the latest 2018. The latest 2018, you see a new console. Even like I said, Ubisoft and EA said they don't expect this generation to last as long as last generation. Just think about it. That shit is still going on to this day. The 360 came out in 2005. It is now June 2015. They're still selling that motherfucker. Still. You know what I mean? Still, you know. So like I said, even if Microsoft and Sony releases new consoles, because they're going to have to. If one of their rivals comes out and their console can do 4K native, you get these pretty visuals. Like I said, graphics are not everything, but us as gamers, we got to be honest. We judge games by what we see. You know what I mean? Could you imagine that? The only console that can do 4K native resolution is going to force. Like, don't get me wrong. Already, Microsoft and Sony are already working on their next consoles. Let's not be stupid. They're already working on it. But like I said, and it may already be done. They already know what's going in the box, whatever the case may be. So, like you said, you're going to hear it here. Listen, mark my words. If the new Wii U comes out, because I don't see how can it not come out in 2016. Because look, you think you have all these months you get multiplats, ladies and gentlemen, every Tuesday. When was the last big release besides Splatoon? Over the holidays? So the thing, you get the holidays all the way until June, May, before you got another release of a game. How's Nintendo supposed to survive? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who the hell is just paying $300 just to play Mario? And I told you guys this. Oh, wait till this comes out. Wait till that. No, wait till Smash Brothers comes out. Like, you do realize there was a Smash Brothers on the GameCube. You do realize there was a Mario Kart on the GameCube. You do realize there was a Metroid, a Zelda. All those games were on the GameCube, and the GameCube still ended up in last place. So, when you guys say that, like I said, I don't think you know much about gaming. Wait till Smash comes out. It's going to, so Smash is out. So what? You know what I mean? I'm not saying the game may not sell well, but will it sell units? That's the question. Will it move units? Then they have this new game out, Splatoon. I heard it's selling pretty well, But again, who's going to pay $300 just to play a Plants vs. Zombie type game? You know what I mean? The Wii U was still like $300. Now, Nintendo come out and drop the Wii U down to $200. You know what I mean? $200, $150. It sell like hotcakes. You know what I mean? They're still not going to get any third-party support. Let me say this: as long as third-party supports the PS3 and 360, yes, the Wii U can get third-party support. But once if they're not supporting the PS3 and the 360, no, But if they drop it down to like $150, $200. Yeah, it is. Shit, if I run in, it come in first. You know what I mean? They got a few games. Like I said, I run to buy another one. Just to play randomly. If my daughter has one. Maya's getting to the age now where she likes video games. She plays video games on tablets all day. That's why, like I said, Microsoft is the greatest. She's always making a mistake in ordering something on my Xbox. Hit A, you know what I mean? And like I said, they really giving your money back. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So mark my words, and you guys in the comment section while I'm doing this, if Nintendo releases their console, they show it off in 2016, release it by the holiday 2016. Show it off in E3 and release it by the holiday 2016. When do you think that Microsoft and Sony are going to release their console? Remind you, it's going to be more powerful hardware. We're talking about consoles that came out in 2013. This console's here coming out in 2016. For you to think that the Wii U is going to be on par with the PS4 and the Xbox One, like, come on, you're very you're highly mistaken. Like I said, the Wii U is more powerful than the PS3 and 360. It's no hardware. There's no choice but to be. You know what I mean? But my question is to you guys, when we're doing this damn live, if they release their console in, say 2016, early 2017, What do you think we see the Xbox? What the hell can we call the next Xbox? The Xbox Infinity, and the PS4. I'm sorry, the PS5. When we think we see those in the market? Let me go to the questions now. You know what I mean? Let me refresh the page. Let me refresh the page. That's the question, ladies and gentlemen. If they release their console here in 2016, late 2016, early 2017, when do you think we'll see the next console from Microsoft and from Sony? Oh, let me find to refresh my page. All right, let's see. Let's scroll down. Scroll down. Oh man. Oh. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. My wife just called me. Yes. Oh, okay. All right. I see when you come on. See, I'm doing a video live, so. All right, I'm doing a video live, so I might can. All right. All right. I'm sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's go to new comments here. So that's why I like to do this. I like to get you guys interacting, with the video that's going on. Cameron Pike said 2018 first look at the next Xbox 2019. All right, you said Cameron Pike. You said 2018 for the new Wii U. Oh, he said 2018 for the next. I don't see how, bro. If Nintendo's going to show up their next console at next year's E3. And mind you, they have a console out there that's not selling any hardware. Selling any software or really any hardware. That's really where they make their big money from. The software sales. It's not selling any software really. I don't see how they can 2019. That's too late, man. I say, like I said, it's already 2015. Sony, if Nintendo's console comes out in late 2017, 2017, we're gonna see a new console by 2018. You know what I mean? We got to. The real Black Poppy. Also, didn't you say Sony was broke? Howard, they working on another console. Love your channel, but let's be real and not hypocritical. You say that Sony isn't broke? Like that's not my opinion. There, whenever you got motherfuckers selling buildings, they sold their PC. Like, bro, like come on, like this is not even about. This is not even about Sony right now. Really, we're talking about the next console, and I appreciate you loving my channel, but your question didn't make any sense. If you're saying Sony's not having money issues, why the hell did they lease out Spider-Man? You know what I mean? It's only trying to make as much money as they can. You don't sell buildings. If you're okay financially, trust me, bro. Like that's no secret. The Big Pete I think they're going to release the console in 2017 holiday. The Xbox One will come out. You want to see? Look, the Big Pete, you want it like me. So you think that the Wii U is going to release 2017 holiday? The Xbox One and PS4 will come out holiday 2018. That's still 3 years. Listen, don't panic, ladies and gentlemen. Well, damn, I just got my Xbox One, this, that, and the other. That's still 3 years from now, and that doesn't mean they're going to stop support for the. I'm going to say this too: if they do come up with new consoles, expect these new consoles to be backwards compatible. You know what I mean? So you don't have to worry about that. They will do that. The consoles, you're going to hear that here first too. That they will be backwards compatible. You know what I mean? Mr. Live 08, shout out to Mr. Live 08. The Wii U outsold the PS4 in Japan this week, but stop saying the Wii U ain't selling. Hey, bro, hey, listen, you still the last defender of the Wii U. Okay. If the Wii U ain't selling, bro, the motherfucker hadn't sold 10 million units yet. And we talking about if it sold out last week, but look at the numbers that they do in Japan. Now, if you said it outsold in America, say a month, you talking about a weekly sale. You get a boost in sales because you get a new game. Let's talk about a month. Has the Wii U ever outsold the PS4 in a month? Has the Wii U ever outsold the Xbox One in a month? You know what I mean? Like you talking about Japan. We all know that Japan is not selling many systems. They stay more of a handheld thing. You know, they going through that phase. They said this generation, as far as consoles, is the lowest ever in Japan. So that's not really nothing to brag about. You talking about 1 week, like Jesus. That see what you Nintendo fans, you 1 week. Well, don't say they ain't selling. So if it was selling, brother, why is Asada stop stocking their hardware? Huh? It was selling so great, like you're saying. Why is Asada stop stocking their hardware? It was selling so great. Why hasn't it not sold 10 million units yet? Yet 10 million. Been out since 2012. Now I'll be waiting for your reply. I'll be waiting for your reply here in the comment section, please. The real Black Poppy put, what was the last big first party release for the Xbox One? Don't worry, I'll wait. The last big first party for the Xbox One was probably, you can say Ori and the Blind Forest. A huge game, sold very well. But the question is now, State of Decay came out. When was the last big game for the PS4? The only big game they ever had was Bloodborne. Let's be real. And for them to sell 20 million units, and to only sell 1 million copies of Bloodborne, that's not doing well. I bet you this, since you want to talk about numbers, you're still going back to Sony, and this conversation is about the Wii U. I bet you this. I bet you Halo 5 outsell Bloodborne. Damn near tripling in sales. I can bet you that. I can guarantee you that. Since you want to keep talking about the Xbox and the PS4, this conversation here is about the Wii U and they're releasing their next generation console. You know, like I don't understand that. You know, but come on, I'll be waiting. Retro, the old game is box is the best box. Xbox, bang bang. Big Pete, Zah, you're bugging the fuck out, bro. No way in hell Nintendo gonna do 4K native. They can't even do 1080p. This Nintendo said this stuff. The HD build was hard, man. So how the hell are they gonna? Okay, let's do it like this for Pete. Okay, you can buy a 970 for about what, maybe $300, and that can do 4K gaming. NVIDIA has a new console coming out. What's the Shield, the 2 or something that can do 4K? 4K is not a new technology, bro. Bro, I remember in 2000 me reading that article from Samsung. They were talking about 8K and they called it Ultra HD. It gave people motion sickness. You know what I mean? So that's still not, that's not nothing new. We're talking about a console. Listen, also too, we just say in NVIDIA, I don't know much about AMD cards and how they cost. But the 970 is probably about $300, right? Let's say Nintendo put a 970 in there, but we already know they're going with AMD. We're talking about a closed environment. It's not responsible for running Windows with, a whole OS, which is a system hole. We're talking about a closed environment, and Nintendo is not paying $300 for a 970. They're gonna get it in bulk. It'd probably be $50 a card or something like that. Prime example. When so now schools in section, Big Pete. When the PS3 came out, it had the top of the line GPU, and that card, say that graphic card was several $100s, right? I forgot the exact price, but Sony was only paying $68 for it, wholesale. You know what I mean? So yes, they did said AC development was hard. When was new to them was foreign to them, like what I mean, they underestimated. Yeah, but we're talking about something a comment that was left in 2013. We're talking about, I'm quite sure they passed that curve now. We're talking about something now that's coming out in 2016, 2017, bro. And you act like 4K is something like that can't be achieved. Shit. Not for nothing, Yusef Mendidi and, Major Nelson said the Xbox One can do 4K. Shit. If even 343 Studios said that the Halo 2 remaster could have been in 4K, but they had to run both engines. They had to run the older game and the newer game. Like you can go back and Google that for yourself. You know, that's not just my opinion. It's something that they said. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Big Pete again said Nintendo was smart. They would cut the Wii U price to $200 or $150. Yes, they should. I said that already. And you know, they should cut it down to at least $150, $200 because you know you're paying all this money. You know, it's the same much as the price of the Xbox One with no third-party support, no multi-plats. You know what I mean? Like, nah. I'm telling you right now, the Wii U shouldn't cost more than PS3 or 360 because that's what they're competing with. They're not competing against the PS4 and the Xbox One. They can't be. Ant-Man said chocolate chip worm finally read the article. The whole truth out. You get a gold star and a good boy. Now go back to Dick Rotten, Phil Spencer. Hey Ant-Man, I'm not even gonna block you for that one, man. I'm gonna go back to Dick Rotten, your grandmother, and her wide ass, fucking a dead in her butt with no lube. So I sometimes like see. I'm not gonna let one bad roach face motherfucker ruin for everybody. But sometimes you get the weirdos, man. You know, I come here to have just a discussion. You know what I mean? You don't have to be people doing their videos like this. You know what I mean? That's something like I see. You know what? To get my audience involved in the videos that I'm doing. You know, saying, hey, why not answer some of your questions while I'm on TV? But let's leave all the Xbox and the PlayStation. They ain't got nothing to do with this conversation right here. Yes, I know the Xbox is the best box. My question again, let me repeat. If Nintendo releases if they show their console in 2016, which they said they're doing, and it releases in holiday 2016, early 2017, when will Microsoft or Sony be releasing their next generation console? That's the question at hand. All right. Yeah. Double O Range said, damn, this motherfucker's mad. Desire T-Bag, your grandmother is 7. Yeah, I did. I told you. Phil Wickelson, he put my local, is Asada? What does that stand for? That's the really the name because I know about Asada. That's a drug testing company for like boxing and using Asada. You know what I mean? But my local Asada hasn't sold Wii U stuff for ages. When I got mine, I had to buy directly from Nintendo. Biggest waste of $300 I ever spent. Yeah, if you didn't know, I bought a Wii U day one too, and like I said, I feel like it was a waste also. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Range Dev, I'm sorry. Deranged, I don't know if I'm fucking your name, or I do apologize. Deranged DV, I'm sorry. Deranged V. Bang Bang Walmart UK stops all the dog shit Wii U. Yeah, it's not doing well. That's for damn sure. Let me refresh the page. We got some more questions. I think the Xbox One. All right, this is Fastback 247. I think the Xbox One is around for 5 to 7 years, but I can see an updated Xbox One by 2018 before we get all new console. Now, listen, I'm gonna say this Fastback. Just because they come out with new hardware does not mean they're gonna stop supporting the Xbox One and the PS4. But like I said, if it comes out, Nintendo's game is doing everything 4K native or whatever the case. They have to. It's the way the bit. They can't just sit back on their hands. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's being real because neither one of these companies, they both was made to be, as far as the PS4 and the Xbox One, they were made to be turn a profit day one. It's being sold day one. So you know what I mean? It is what it is. The Dren 23 said you can't compare Bloodborne with Halo. Halo is too. Why not? We're talking about games. You know what I mean? He wouldn't put it up there like we're talking about games. And it's being real. Like I don't know why it should even be talking about games because you know what's coming out this holiday season for the Xbox One. You know, maybe like I said next year. Like I said, you're not gonna have everything come out around the holiday season. You already got. I'm back talking about the Xbox PS4 again. But you already got, Quantum Break coming out the first part of next year. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. King Bronson, next year, I'm adding onto my comment yesterday. I'm really hoping that Gears of War Ultimate Edition comes out at E3, my favorite game of all time. Yeah, okay, all right. Hey, hey, listen. All right, let me refresh this page here because this is over for the Wii U though, man. He talking about Splatoon is pushing units. That's Mr. Live again talking about Splatoon is pushing units. Yeah, it's pushing units, but motherfucker, stores are taking it off the shelf. Like, come on, we gotta at least be real with ourselves when we say stuff like that. Like, we gotta at least be real with ourselves, man. Like, you know what I mean? You may be a Wii U fan, you know what I mean, but it ain't pushing no units. You know what I mean? That's real talk. Would it get maybe a little spike in sales? Yes. But would it maintain? It'd be right back down and selling 12 consoles a week. You know what I mean? It's the truth. It's the truth. All right. Let's say Joey Santano, Joey Santiago. These ponies are still waiting for greatness, and they think it's coming to this E3. It ain't coming to this E3. They said the collection is kind of sparse. Kind of sparse. Richard Romero, I'm a PS4 owner and a Wii U owner, and soon to be an Xbox owner. Good to you, good brother. I am hating what PlayStation has been doing. I wish I got the Xbox first, but a slim version of the Xbox. What do you think that would happen? Listen, bro. Let me tell you something. Whether it's slim, whether it's fat, don't make a difference. As long as my console doesn't overheat and it works fine and it works perfect, I don't need a slim version. You know what I mean? Just give me. Listen, but I will say you this, bro. If you're gonna get you an Xbox One, my advice to you, brother, is to get you the Connect. You're gonna need it, especially like I said in the day. You can do so much with the Connect. Your videos, Xbox record that, your gameplay, your Twitch. If you're a YouTuber looking to get in YouTube, you can do so much with the Xbox on, and you can do so much with it. Now, I'm not really into motion control gaming. I'm just saying, if you're gonna get an Xbox, get the whole experience. Because trust me, if you don't have the Connect, you probably say, I'm not missing anything. But the fact is, Xbox record that or take a screenshot just by the voice, or you know what I mean, it does so much slick shit. Let's say you and your wife, or your wife's left-handed, and she set up a control the left-hand way to play, or whatever the case may be, and you're right-handed, and like, damn, every time I gotta get the control, I gotta go back and switch the controllers back the way I like them. The Connect is so slick. If your wife switches the controls, once your wife hands you back the controller, the Connect will see that it's you that's playing, and then it'll switch the controls the way that you like them. The Connect does a lot of shit, man. All that the days of me putting in code, I just hold that bitch up in front of the Connect. Like, I do everything with that Connect, man. I'm bullshit you not. You know what I mean? Neil Taylor, fuck off. No game will run at 4K on the Xbox One or PlayStation unless it's a board game. Hey, Neil Taylor, okay. There are dedicated GPU like the GTX 970 or the R928 that struggle at 4K. Listen, bro, listen. Sit down, Neil Taylor. Console, classes and section, okay? The GTX 970, we're talking about on a PC. We're talking about consoles, which are a closed environment. Okay, consoles don't have the system hogs like running Windows. They don't have those problems. They don't have to run all that shit in the background. We're just talking about a console. You know what I mean? It'd be much easier to run 4K on a console than to put a PC any day, because all it is dedicated to running gaming, nothing else. You know what I mean? For the PC is running everything else. You know what I mean? If it's for everything, you know what I mean? But go back and see, unless you say that Major Nelson and Yusuf Mini are liars, and go back and Google the article that came from 343 Studios. They said they could have got Halo, the Master Chief Collection, Halo 2 in 4K resolution, but they had to run both engines, the older game and the newer game. You know what I mean? That's not my opinion. This is what they said, bro. Like, don't shoot the messenger. Ghostwriter, shout out to Ghostwriter. What do you think? Appreciate it, man. CRX Star. As soon as Nintendo announced their next console, the writings was on the wall for the Wii U. Nintendo were trying to do the same thing with the Wii U as they did with the Wii. With their Wii, they took a GameCube and put motion controls technology into it and get on the craze for motion controls. With the Wii U, they took relatively weak gaming hardware and paired it with a tablet technology because they thought that they could benefit from explosion in the tablet market, which is true. Unfortunately, the gamble has failed, particularly as you said before, Zaire. They tried to capture lightning twice in the bottle and it's bit them in the ass. In the arse, because it was sparse. It bit them in the arse because it was sparse. Yes, they tried to catch a lightning twice in the bottle. Yes, they did. Um, all I can say for that, hold on. Chanel, do me a favor, please. Close that door. Close that door. Thank you. Get out, close the door. Thank you. I'm working. Close the door, please. Yeah, they try to catch a, lightning twice with a gimmick, you know what I mean, which is the truth. I wish they would have put, know what they could have did? Here's real shit, real talk. Sit down, ladies and gentlemen, classes in session. Even if they wanted to take advantage of the whole tablet craze, right? This is what they did. Because yeah, I know that was tablet crazy. I still like my gimmicks. I still like my tablets and my gadgets and shit. What they should have did, they should have showed the tablet as an extra peripheral. Put beefier GPU, more RAM in the beefier CPU in there. You know what I mean? Truly, and sold the tablet as an extra peripheral. But and like I said, the Wii U was meant to be a gimmick from day one. Here it is. The actual tablet controller costs more than the actual console. And that's a problem. When your actual peripheral costs more than the goddamn console, that's a problem. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, man. Like, man, at the end of the day, I don't know why when Nintendo was thinking dollars first. Well, this Nintendo needs new blood. They need to get rid of Iwata, Reddit. All jokes need to go. Or what they need to do is let Nintendo of America make decisions for Nintendo of America, Nintendo of Europe make the decisions for Nintendo of Europe, and Nintendo of Japan make decisions for Nintendo of Japan. You know what I mean? What works for Japan, it may not work for North America. Like, they're too fucking strict. Now, Nintendo's next console can come out and be the holy grail of gaming. If they still have the same people in place and voice chat is not mandatory, game advice is not mandatory, no party chat, no achievements and all that shit, I'm still not buying it. I'm still not buying it. You know what I mean? No, I can't. I can't support. Like, come on, man. Game invites and all that shit has been mandatory, OG Xbox since 2002. Join section in progress has been mandatory, like you said, like since 2002. You know what I mean? Like, goddamn, it's sad to say you got a quote unquote a next generation console that can't do the basic shit I was doing with my OG Xbox back in 2002. Like that's a problem with me, man. And I don't care what Nintendo comes out with next generation. If they still got their same shitty ways and, so uptight and so strict, I'm not fucking with it. If they don't see now that people are tired of that shit with Nintendo and change their ways, I got a saying. If you guys didn't know, check it out. I used to write poetry, something I picked up in jail, right? I said, excuse my French, you got three type of niggas, right? You got niggas that die before their time. You got niggas that die because they out of time. You got niggas that die because of time. They stuck in time and not willing to change for time. And Nintendo marketing the last nigga that's stuck in time and not willing to change for time. Like, if they don't get it together, this generation, this is Nintendo last hurrah. If they don't get it right with the Nintendo NX and don't come with that gimmick shit and put out a dedicated gaming console with some features, like people want to do other things in their console besides game, play movies, and they don't get it. Like, you know what I mean? This go around, like, it's a wrap for Nintendo. Stick to doing handheld games, man. You know what I mean? It's a wrap for them. You know what I mean? And even they losing ground on that market, because you got, like, my daughter, who's never picked up a 3DS or anything like that. She's went straight from, playing cell phone games. She has her own little iPhone, has her own little tablet, and she play games on that shit all day and watch fucking YouTube. They got a new app called Kids YouTube, and watch fucking Kids YouTube and play video games on that shit all day. All day. You know what I mean? That's why you don't see her in my videos as much anymore, because she doesn't got her own devices. You know what I mean? Once in a blue, you may see her pop in here, but that's why she's not in my videos as much anymore. You know what I mean? She does her own thing on her own, on her own system. Okay. All right. Let me refresh the page one more time and let me get up out of here. This has been a good conversation, man. But damn, this is a major blow. This is a major hit for Nintendo, though, man. Like, we're not talking about slow ass store. We're talking about a big retail giant, man. They're not packing your shit anymore. Like that's huge, man. You know. Okay, XB4, MB4, MX. I own an Xbox One, PS4, and a Wii U. I can honestly say I play my Wii U more than my dry ass PS4. Shaking my head. What do you plan on your Wii U? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just not into that kitty witty shit. But what do you plan on your Wii U? It got you all about. You know what I mean? Like, what do you plan on it? Cycle Gamer. Shout out to Cycle Gamer. I think the Xbox One and the PS4 will release with their new console whenever we're going to originally plan to release them. I think Nintendo's new console will be a non-factor until Nintendo makes things right with third party. They will not be a threat to Sony or Microsoft. I also don't believe that Nintendo will make a console that is too far ahead or behind Microsoft or Sony console in terms of specs. They always choose the cheapest, most cost-efficient parts. A Cycle Gamer is yes and no. Going back to this right here, you see this baby right here in my hand? This was a beast. Was much more powerful than the PS2. All right? The Nintendo 64 was more powerful than the PS1. The Super Nintendo was more powerful than the Genesis. The Wii and the Wii U were the only consoles that they put out that were anemic. The only ones. All the rest of Nintendo's consoles have been, power horses. And the reason why I say, bro, it's newer hardware, it has no choice but to be more powerful. I don't see how Nintendo can put out a console in 2017 that's weaker than something that came out in 2013. It's impossible. Technology goes forward every day. Like it's virtually impossible for them to do that, bro. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Riz the Piz. Wii U was dog shit, LOL. Yeah, I think it's this by industry standards is the least fun. Is like I won't say fun, but it has not been adapted by the means. The problem was the name. A lot of people didn't know the Wii U was a new console. They thought it was a peripheral for the OG Wii. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Neil Taylor, again, PC don't have to run all that shit as you put in it. Clearly shows your lack of. What are you talking about? One of the biggest system resource hogs for a PC is Windows. What are you talking about, bro? It's the OS. Like you must know what the hell you're talking about or whatever. Like that is the biggest. And consoles are not, they don't have to run full operating systems. That's one of the biggest system hogs is the OS. Like, bro, Google that shit. Like, I mean, come on. I don't have no reason to lie. You know what I mean? When you have what you call it, what they call consoles, a closed environment, because all they do have is play games. That's it. That's why they call it consoles, a closed environment. You know what I mean? That's why it's kind of hard to say. If I got a console that's $350, $400, and I build a gaming rig, while the Xbox One will outperform it because it's a closed environment. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. J. Cole, I just got an Xbox One last Friday. How was State of Decay? I watched some gameplay. The work, bro, to be honest with you, I have yet to play State of Decay. I heard Crap Gamer said it's a great game. I didn't get it for the 360, but I heard Crap said it was a great game. I'm not really big into zombie games and open world games. I lose like my attention span. You know what I mean? If I like something that's hot, they're fine. But I may pick it up. Actually, I might go pick it up today, man, and give it a try and live stream it. So come back to me tomorrow. I'll let you know. Being my honest opinion. Mr. Live is back. What is on Xbox that you got excited for E3? All right. Well, listen, I'm gonna end this conversation with Mr. Live. Wait, I'm about to destroy him. He said, "What's on the Xbox that got you excited for E3?" Well, you must have seen my video from yesterday about Forza Motorsport 6. I'm excited about that, and I'm not even big into sim racers. What's got me excited? Killer Instinct Season 3 has me excited. Joe Montana NFL 2K16 football has got me excited. Gears of War Ultimate got me excited. Gears of War 4 has got me excited. The Halo 5 has got me excited. Tomb Raider has got me excited. Fable has got me excited. Crackdown has got me excited. Quantum Break has got me excited. Scalebound has got me excited. Must I keep going? Must I keep going? Are you not entertained? And what can I say has me excited on the Wii U? Nothing. They didn't push Zelda back. They let you know right now Nintendo lost all faith in the Wii U. They didn't push Zelda back. They didn't have a street. They put the new Zelda on the new next generation Nintendo platform. I can bet you that if you want to bet, because I'm a gambling man. Like I said, I don't see how people can really sit there and defend the Wii U as a dog shit console. Dog shit. No game advice. Voice chat ain't mandatory. Like, come on, this is 2015. I don't have a friend. I can't invite my friends to games. I can't do party chat with my friends. Like, come on, man. That system is dog shit. But anyway, this is your boy Next Gen 720. And it's been real having fun with you guys. Like I said, I'm gonna start doing my videos just a little bit more often. And then it's to have fun. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. And I just had to slap around Mr. Lavo Incas now. Tried to slap him around verbally. He had to get that work. He had to get that. What's my man's name on the battle rap? Oh, please let me give him this work. I had to give him that work just now, man. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Is Nintendo even going to E3? Or is Nintendo even going to Gamescom? Huh? I'm just saying, though. Know why they do those pre-tape shows? Because they don't have enough content to show. That's why. Devil's Third, Devil's Trigger, Devil's May Third. That was a 360 game. You guys are getting excited for a game that was coming out on the 360. That's letting you know that the Wii U was some underpowered dog shit. You know what I mean? That's real talk. But anyway, this is your boy Next Gen 720. And thank you guys. Thank the 65 people you guys rocking out with me live. I appreciate it. And like I said, that is a huge blow to Nintendo that a major retailer in the UK is going to stop selling their hardware. But according to Mr. Lavo 8, that the Wii U was selling like hotcakes. Damn, dog. Gundam style. We out of here. Bang, bang. Look out for the big game of Small Talk podcast. Let's make it happen. Bang, bang.